took my baby out last Friday night. I told her, darling, you're my heart's delight. She just rolled her eyes, said, skip the fluffies at a third, 2 for 4, now you're talking tough. I saved up my cash, bought a diamond ring.
Today, we are going to be making cheeseburger muffins. Why don't you guys come and join me? So this recipe comes from when my kids were little. I used to get a magazine called Taste of Home. My mother-in-law would get it for me every year, a subscription for it, every year for Christmas or my birthday, I'm not sure which one. But I gleaned so much information out of those little magazines that I would get, and learned some great recipes, and this happens to be one of them. Not only was it in one of their magazines, but they also comprised a cookbook, and it's a Halloween one, and this recipe was in there. And my kids loved it. I loved it. The great thing about this recipe is you can batch cook these and you can put them in the freezer, and then you can just pull them out as you need to for a lunch or even just a quick dinner. They're great. The nice thing about this is how versatile it is. You can take this cheeseburger concoction that we're going to make, and you can turn it into a taco one. So you can just add, with just a few changes, like some green chilies, and then some taco seasoning on your hamburger. And you've got a taco version of this, and they are so good. The nice thing though is that they're freezer friendly, and once you get these packaged up and stuff, you just pull those out, you heat them up in the microwave or in your little oven, and you've got a really great starter for your meal. First step, we've got to brown this hamburger along with these onions. Come with me. Okay, to drain my hamburger here, I'm just going to use the paper towel method. You do what you like. This just is quick and easy, and it keeps the grease out of my kitchen drain. Just get on in there with it. Next, we're going to assemble our ingredients. We have some flour here. To that, we're going to add baking powder, salt, and some sugar. We're going to stir that together. Next, we're going to have our wet ingredients into a separate bowl. We're going to add our butter, our 2 eggs, our milk. To this, we want to add our wet mustard and our ketchup. And we need 3/4 of a cup of this, so we're going to measure. Into the bowl. And then we're just going to give that a mix. Make sure you break those eggs up. Okay, so we have our dry ingredients, and we're going to go in with our wet ingredients and mix those together. So we want to only stir this enough just to bring it together. There's something about that ketchup with that mustard in here, as strange as it all seems, but it already smells like a hamburger. So we're just going to combine that. Make sure you get all that flour up from the bottom of the bowl. And our oven is set to 425 degrees, and we're going to bake these in a regular sized muffin tin for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, now we're going to add our ground beef mixture. Oh, it smells good. And then we're going to add our cheese. We have 2 cups of shredded cheese here, and I'm using Colby Jack. And just fold it in just enough to where it's combined. We don't want to overwork this dough. This smells good. I'm getting hungry. I've made these also using leftover ham and Swiss cheese with a little bit of spinach in it. That's pretty good too, but my favorite, I have to say, is probably this hamburger one or the taco. I have a greased silicone muffin pan here, and we're going to load these up to about 3/4 of the way full. Maybe a little bit bigger. I'm not going to get too fussy. We've got our muffin tins filled up. I've got mine a little fuller than what the recipe calls for, but I think we'll be okay. And into the oven these go. Okay, the timer's going off. We're going to pull these out and make sure that they're done all the way through. So these are hot out of the oven. We're going to go ahead and put a toothpick in one of them and make sure that they're cooked all the way through, because I did make these a little bigger than the recipe called for. And no, that looks, well, let me try one more. Let's try this guy. Okay, these have been in the oven for 25 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and give them another 5 because I think that they need it. These are hot out of the oven. They look great. Let's give them a test. Oh yeah, that's much better. So here I put into one of these recycled containers that you just get from a restaurant or the grocery store in this case. I just put the extra batter into here because this is going to make 12 glorious cheeseburger muffins, and I had a little bit left over. I probably could have got 3 more muffins, but I didn't want to get out another baking pan just for that. So I put it in here for a loaf, and my husband will be just thrilled to death to have this as a meal. So that's what this is. So you probably could get another 3, maybe even 4 more muffins out of this batter. So we're going to go ahead and let these cool for about 5 minutes before we pop them out of the tray here. We're going to go ahead and get these popped out of here and see what it looks like. Careful, those are hot. Mama. Oofda. All right, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look. Oh boy. Those are just glorious. Let's cut this one open so you can see it. Okay. Oh yeah. You see that? All that meat, the onions in there, and all that glorious cheese that we put in there. This smells good. We're going to have this with a side salad, maybe a little bit of extra ketchup for dipping. This just looks fantastic. Look at those. Aren't those a thing of beauty? These are going to be so good, and the nice thing is we have leftovers for several days now. This is great. Just pop them in the microwave and there's a quick meal, lunch, dinner. Probably could do breakfast too. I bet this would be good with some, switch it up and do like a pizza themed with some pepperoni, maybe some olives in there. Oh, this is good stuff. I hope you guys will give this a try. Thanks for watching.